Bro, this game can't even hold 50 people. What do you mean 200? This game is not even optimized to handle that many people. Welcome to Paragon Research Institution, a site that has less content than my own game on release date. They say that it's meant to be a parallel and successor to site SCI Pathos and only has one SCP actor in the entire game so far. An optimization that makes any RTX graphics card feel like a potato graphics card running the new Call of Duty game. This is the quote-unquote peak of the SCP genre, and it is also why I have left the SCP genre, because out of all efforts, the SCP genre, I will say again and again, is falling stale. And in my opinion, this game has not helped me change my opinion. When I first heard about Paragon and seeing the cool stuff that was coming out, the cool graphics, it utilizing future lighting, I was like, hey, maybe they would be good enough to, maybe they're smart enough to actually, get things going. Maybe they're actually going to make a unique SCP game. It was set in the 70s. It was a unique title. It was in Colorado, that place. It seemed fun. It seemed like a good idea. And then I opened the game and I couldn't even join it. Actually, this problem is still relevant to right now, that joining any large server is impossible to get into. It took me 7 minutes to get into a server before realizing, I'm going in another one. And then after I raided for 3 times and then being automatically solitaried, or attempted to be solitary, they didn't manage to actually do it. I combat logged. I tried to go back into the large server that was half full, by the way, and the server crashed. This game's cap is 200 players. I don't think it's able to run 50. Now that I have your attention by basically trash talking Paragon, I can now get on to my real opinion and my real kind of expose on how I feel about what Paragon is. I usually always give people the benefit of the doubt, but coming from an experience of myself and me going through this situation and me preaching and saying about how, hey, don't release a game that isn't finished. Don't do what I did, please. And then seeing someone else do that exact same thing. This game clearly was not ready for release. This game was not ready. It wasn't ready. And whoever thought it was ready for release, you were obviously lying. Now, one of the developers, or maybe developers or group owners, whatever they're called, I told them, hey, I'm making a video on Paragon just to let you know. And they told me, okay, just be aware, we're in alpha. I get you're in alpha, right? But I don't think 2 SCPs, one of them being an actor and one of them being a piece of candy, is enough SCPs for an alpha. If you want to make an SCP game, you're kind of missing the SCPs. I don't know, maybe in my grand adventure, I missed the billions of SCPs that are in the site, but I only saw 2 through my 2 hours of playing this entire site. I only saw 2, and I looked through the entire site, mostly all the entire site. I went to every single floor and I only saw 2. The rest of them were kind of contained. So maybe I'm missing the main point. I'll make another video getting in more detail if you guys want that. But bro, you need some SCPs if you want to make an SCP game, just saying. But anyway, this is just some video I'm gonna play of me looking around and going through the entire site. I talked a little bit of it, not really. I'll kind of cover what I missed in it, but yeah. I can't walk in the game. That is crazy, bro. You can't walk in this game, but you know what? At least you can actually load in the game. Whoever thought it would be a great idea to have 200 people on a server, you obviously have not played this game at all right now, dude. Now, one thing I will actually defend this game for being, this game is absolutely beautiful. The PBR textures combined with future lighting, the game, it looks absolutely amazing. And I love what they do with the style. The only problem was the optimization and going with the style, they completely just went with the fact that, hey, 30K parts in a single game with no chunk loading, that's completely fine. Next thing was, once again, the content itself in the game. I went around using a giant radio to hack keycard points. The only thing was, it wasn't even worth hacking into it if there was nothing to get. There was nothing to gain, nothing to breach. Everywhere I looked, it was just spawns, until I eventually reached the biological chambers, the thingy, whatever. And even in there was nothing there besides 135. And I didn't even see the candy SCP anymore. I couldn't find where it was. I was literally lost because there was nothing here. There's no point in research. I don't see how you can really have fun as facility guy. Unfortunately, my only ounce of fun was brutally murdering into 2 guys in the mining area. In conclusion, with Paragon, Paragon is not in a state where I would say it is an SCP game. It is a prison game. I've seen the updates, I've seen what the stuff they are planning to do, and I honestly look forward to that. I don't wish for this game to just be a failure. I honestly hope that any game that deserves it gets its recognition and gets what they want to do. I'm not a hater. I just want the best for people. A game in alpha does not equal let's release an unoptimized game with no content at all, and let's just hope people look at the graphics and think, ooh, pretty.